Big news today is that there has been an announcement from Trump that he is going to have a meeting at the White House with Zohran Mamdani. And so I don't know how I feel about this particularly because how often does he meet with mayors? Why does he get a meeting at the White House? I just don't understand why this is happening.
I hope he treats him like he treated Zelensky the first time he came to the White House. You know, he emasculates the crap out of him. It won't be hard. No, it won't be hard at all because he's not really.
I don't know why he gets that. I just don't know why that's happening. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. I just don't feel like Zohran. Yeah, I don't see why Zohran gets the special treatment. I don't see why. I just don't get it.
Well, maybe it's because it's New York City and he's an Islamo commie and, you know, it warrants you need to come like a come to Jesus meeting, you know?
We'll see. I don't know. Trump better not be like all schmoozy with him. He needs to be saying, I don't like your commie ways, commie.
I think it's more of a, you know, this is sort of a guys meeting where they swing their junk around. He's going to swing his junk around. He's going to pee around him a little bit. You know how guys, they mark their territory.
This is the worst visual ever, ever.
You know, men are, like alpha men are. They establish dominance. He's going to establish some dominance. It's kind of, at least that's how I see it. You know how, I know me and my visuals, she laughs. I'm sorry. He's not going to actually pee around him, you guys. Somebody's going to take that out of context and share it. He's not going to actually whip it out and pee around him. But I think about I have a ranch, you know what I mean? I think about how the pecking order of things, how animals are with each other. And he's going to try to establish a little dominance. You know what I mean? That's how
I don't know. I don't know what time this is happening, but it will be interesting to see how that all works out. Mm-hmm. So anyway, wanted to make sure I mentioned that before we got too deep into the program. We have a lot of stuff to talk about with respect to Epstein. Trump has signed the bill that says all the files need to be released. So the House passed it, as we talked about yesterday. The Senate passed it, and now Trump has signed it. A lot of the clips that we're going to talk about or go through are before Trump signed it. And I don't know what that means in terms of how soon we're going to see more stuff, but more stuff, I guess, is on the way. But we did mention Stacey Plaskett yesterday and her little text exchange with Jeffrey Epstein during the 2019 hearing that was getting a lot of people talking. And she is now in damage control mode. She is doing all the talk shows and trying to help people understand why this is completely fine. It's totally fine to talk to the pedophile and use him as a resource during impeachment hearings. That makes all kinds of sense, right? So here she is on CNN saying, listen, lots of people do lots of things. That's essentially her excuse, you guys. Okay. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. Yeah. Here she is in her own words. Please enjoy.
That Jeffrey Epstein had information and I was going to get information to get at the truth. Having a friendship with him is not something that I would deem to have. And so I'm just looking forward. I'm moving forward. And I think that that's what we as American people should do, is move forward. If individuals are not involved in illegal activity, extending his criminal enterprise or his financial enterprise or all of those things, I think that we need to look at what people are doing moving forward.
Wait, let me just better understand that. What is that? Because at the time he was a known sex offender and it had been detailed all the sexual abuse.
There are a lot of people who have done a lot of crimes, and as a prosecutor, you get information from people where you can.
Okay.
You just get it where you can, you guys.
I wish Trump would have done that when Trump was going through the 4 things that they were trying to get him. He would have been like, listen, we're just going to move forward. I'm just going to move forward. So I haven't done anything wrong. So I'm just going to keep moving in this direction, which is forward, and screw y'all. That's this chick. It's just remarkable, isn't it?
It is. And she even went on to say something about how just because there was this text exchange doesn't mean they're friends, because like constituents text her all the time. Bull freaking shit. That's not a thing. I don't have the personal cell phone number of my representatives.
I'm gonna text
nobody
Ted Cruz.
does.
Me and Ted Cruz are like,
right. I mean, that's not a
happen.
thing, you guys. It's not. And so for her to pretend, and then it came out that she's the one that initiated the text. It wasn't even like Jeffrey Epstein texted her and she was responding. She reached out to him. So she doesn't get to play this whole game of we weren't even friends, but yet she tries.
Constituents, individuals get your phone number. They text you about issues. They speak with you. I have spoken with him about issues that are relevant, things that are going on in the Virgin Islands and elsewhere around the country.
Right, but on that day that we're talking about, you initiated the text exchange at 7:55 in the morning. So why were you even texting with Epstein at the time? He was a known sex offender then.
Sure. I explained to people, I've been a prosecutor for many years. And there are a lot of people who have information that are not your friends, that you use to get information to get at the truth.
I'm sorry. That makes 0% sense.
She's dancing. She's trying to save her own ass. That's what it's precisely what she's doing.
Who believes that? Like, who watches that and thinks that's legitimate? That seems
Democrats.
Totally fair.
Democrats
so
believe it.
Stupid, you guys.
Because they stick together and they try to save their own. So they're going to stick with her and they're going to be like, oh yeah, that's on the up and up. Yeah, totally. Like her texting a like trafficker and pedo during a hearing. Totally fine. Totally fine.
That seems legit. Yeah. Raise your hand, by the way, if you're in our audience and you have the personal cell phone number of your congressional representative. Right. I would venture to guess there's maybe 0.0005% that have the phone number of their congressional rep. It's just not a thing. So let's just stop pretending. And let's stop pretending that you're drinking enough and that you're getting your fruits and veggies. Here's a way you can do both.
It's such a beautiful transition. You guys, Brickhouse Nutrition is they're the ones who make Field of Greens, and they're having their biggest Black Friday sale ever, giving you 30% off. You can also get Lean, which is their doctor designed no-shot natural weight loss supplement. You can get Field of Greens for 30% off. It's that superfruit vegetable drink that slows aging. It boosts your health markers. Good. Data backs it up. Okay. Your doctor is going to notice at your next lab draw. Field of Greens is one of those life hacks. We love it. Okay. Everybody needs to be doing it. It's yummy. It's packed with fruits and veggies. It's great for your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your metabolism, your immune system. I like the sweet tea one. Mock likes that one, whatever it is she showed you.
The wild berry. Because it tastes like a blueberry. It's like a blueberry juice drink to me.
Yeah, it's not sweet tea at all. That's not what it is. But it just, to me, it tastes like sweet tea. It's like the yellow green packaging. And it is a great way to stay hydrated during the day because you got to drink your water anyway. So get your fruits and veggies in too. Like, do that. It's a win-win. It's a total life hack. Head to brickhousesale.com today, brickhousesale.com, and get 30% off. It's Black Friday, you guys. Do it. Brickhousesale.com.
All the sales are happening.
30% off. Do it. Do it.
So yesterday, I know a lot of people got a big fat kick out of you reading a Lavern Spicer tweet, and we are going to have another one today. But and you will be saying all the words. But this one is pretty tame as far as Lavern Spicer is concerned. It has to do with Stacey Plaskett, and she is giving us permission to use the N-word if we want for Plaskett. She said, y'all get an N pass for that Plaskett heifer. I am granting it. I freaking love her.
Oh my God. I can't.
I know. So anyway, if you feel like calling Stacey Plaskett the N-word, Lavern Spicer says you're allowed.
She said you can.
Isn't it so interesting too to watch Democrats shift the way that they talk about Epstein, or the way they talk about Stacey Plaskett's conversation with Epstein, compared to how they treat any interaction that Donald Trump ever had, no matter how long ago, with Epstein. It's a whole different set of standards, as you're going to see from this before and after of Jamie Raskin. Check this out.
One thing he's clearly doing is changing the subject from a different form of crime, which is child sex trafficking, which Jeffrey Epstein was a mastermind of. Donald Trump's name apparently appears throughout the Epstein file.
They've arraigned a Democratic member for taking a phone call from her constituent, Jeffrey Epstein, in the middle of a hearing. I still don't see what the charge is. Where is the ethical transgression?
Oh my God. I can't, the hypocrisy knows no bounds. None.
Really? I mean, it is so obvious.
It is. It's just remarkable. I cannot hate these people any more than I do.
Yeah. It would be tough to hate them more. And some of them, and Hakeem Jeffries in particular, is so bad at just answering questions in a way that makes him look remotely competent. And so Caitlin on CNN, and I won't even try to say her last name because I won't remember it. One of the Caitlin C's on CNN, she interviewed Hakeem and she pressed him about Stacey Plaskett and the text exchange. And you guys, he's just utterly incapable of dealing with any kind of confrontational issue. Here's a great example.
And you heard Stacey Plaskett there. She was arguing her texts with Jeffrey Epstein were not illegal. But in your view, were they appropriate?
Well, Stacey Plaskett is not accused of violating any House rule, any law, any statute. And she's clearly and unequivocally denounced Jeffrey Epstein. And I think what the survivors fought for today is the type of transparency that came out of the House, went through the Senate, and is now on its way to Donald Trump's desk, where hopefully he'll sign it into law, because at the end of the day, all the American people are asking for is just the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, which is why these Epstein files that Donald Trump and his administration has been hiding for months need to be released.
It's such
But do you
bullshit.
think it was appropriate for her to be texting with Jeffrey Epstein 11 years after he pleaded guilty?
I mean, I have not had a conversation with Stacey Plaskett to discuss this issue because we've been focused today on making sure that there was a decisive vote as it related to the Epstein files and the release. I'm thankful for the work of Representative Massey, of Ro Khanna, but most importantly, the survivors.
Do you plan to talk to her about it?
I think that we successfully defeated a resolution that lacked any basis, was not credible, and was being brought by an individual who was trying to weaponize this issue to reinvigorate his own failed gubernatorial campaign in South Carolina. It was rejected on a bipartisan basis on the floor today. That's the end of the story.
He is the quintessential politician. He's such a
Oh
snake.
my God.
The worst of the worst. Absolute worst. So she denounced him. She denounced Epstein, but I haven't talked to her. But at the same time, she was texting him. Like literally she was texting him about whether or not what was she doing? Something with her, like her face or something.
He asked her at some point, are you chewing?
Right. Are you chewing? I mean, they were that close. I mean, literally that's an intimate thing to ask somebody.
Right.
In a
like
text
I'm watching
messaging.
you right now. I can, are you chewing?
I can see you chewing. That's somebody who, like, you have a personal relationship with that person when you're asking that question. That is sketch. That is so sketch. So that's something that goes beyond constituent. That is a personal freaking relationship. It is gross what she had with that man. So she didn't denounce him. If she denounced him, she would have been like, I denounce you.
I'm not going to text you and ask you for help in this hearing. I mean,
exactly.
It's so, and he's so ridiculous. Hakeem is so ridiculous because he can't answer just a basic question. Was it inappropriate? Whatever whatever came out of his face was not an answer to that question. And then she was like, yeah, but was it appropriate? He couldn't answer it. And then finally she's like, are you going to talk to her about this? He can't even answer that. In fact, he said he hadn't. And yet we've got another clip of him where he says he has. So he cannot even keep his own story straight. And he never will answer a question directly. He held a presser. Somebody tried to ask similar questions and here's what they got.
Stacey Plaskett has made clear her position as it relates to Jeffrey Epstein repeatedly, and her words speak for itself.
She said, quick, I'm next.
Thanks.
I'm up next. Thank you, leader. Now.
That's it. That's all they get. She's made her position clear. Has she?
No.
Has she?
No. She's on a tour to save her ass.
Yeah.
It's just a PR tour.
At
if
least
you're-
she sounds a little bit better when she, you know what I mean? She's obviously ridiculous and there is no excuse for what she did, but she at least sounds more coherent than he does about answering questions.
Yeah. I mean, she
But
just,
it's bad.
it's a CYA tour is what it is. She just wants to cover herself. She wants to save her job. She wants to save her cush ass job is what she wants to do.
Manu Ragu tried also to say, "Hey, have you talked to Stacey? What was your conversation with her about this? How did that go?" And this was very, very weird. Check this out.
Why wouldn't you speak to Stacey Plaskett?
I said I haven't spoken to her since the censure resolution went down.
No, about this text controversy.
I have not spoken to her since the censure resolution
Have
went
you
down.
talked to her about this text controversy?
She and I have talked, and it's a private conversation that will remain private.
One thing.
Okay, that's different.
Right. But you know, she denounced him. I mean, this is the thing we saw in a couple clips back, but she denounced him.
Right.
So which is it? Hakeem, pick a lane.
Have you talked? Have you not talked? Now it sounds
Right.
like they've talked, but we're not going to know what that conversation was like because it was private.
It's hard to keep up with all the lies, isn't it?
God, he is so bad. And then
So
the
bad.
rest of the Democrats are not faring much better. In fact, the minority whip, her name's Katherine Clark, she was on the struggle bus when it came to this question as well, again with CNN. Here is the
Was it
video.
an error in judgment to text Jeffrey Epstein during a hearing?
You know, I take Stacey Plaskett at her word, and
Would you have done the same thing?
I don't. I also agree with her that Jeffrey Epstein is reprehensible, and that's her
Yes or
word,
no?
and I agree with her.
It was a yes or no question. It's yes or
Right.
no. Do you think
They
that was a
can't.
bad move? Was that a crap move on her part? Yes or no? Why can't they answer questions? It drives
They
me
just-
insane.
I feel like they take a class to learn how to not
Right.
answer them, you know?
Or that's how they get into office. Can you do this? Can you dance around a question? You can? Okay, you got the job.
Right.
Good for you. You got it. Here's your pension. Congratulations.
But the problem is we vote them in. Like it's people that vote them in, even though they are unable to answer questions. And the people are just like, yeah, that seems okay. We'll
Yeah, we
vote
get the
for that.
government we deserve, right?
I guess so. It's so frustrating. You guys, so last year when I moved to South Carolina, it was the worst move ever, if you may remember, because I was so sick. And this morning I had a cough that came from like way down here.
Oh no. We can't.
I know.
We can't do
I'm
this.
so
We
worried.
can't.
I'm so worried
We
about being
can't.
sick during Thanksgiving when my whole
No.
entire family is here. And so I'm so happy that I have drugs on hand.
Right.
And I am stocked up. I'm ready to go no matter what I end up getting, if anything.
Right.
I'm ready
We-
to go because of allfamilypharmacy.com
can't-
slash chicks.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't
right
nobody
now.
got it.
Mm-mm. Y'all know I love this time of year, but this is the time of year that everybody gets sick. And I
It is.
traveled last week twice by plane. I get so freaked out. Listen, I'm not one of those germaphobes or anything, but I do when I travel by plane, I inevitably get sick because there's like all
Because of the
sorts
scooge.
because there's plane scooge, right? And
Yeah.
you just like you can Clorox stuff, but still you always come home with something. And like your cousin's kids during the holidays are like host monkeys for all the bugs that are going around. You know what I'm talking about. You're going to get something. So
Yeah.
you need to make sure that your medicine cabinet is prepped now so you don't have to sit in a dock in the box because nobody wants to be sitting around those snotty and coughing people. It's gross. Having meds on hand is key. So we have our stash from All Family Pharmacy. We have like antibiotics, antivirals. We have ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and then other maintenance meds because they have those too. They have all the stuff that you take. Like if you have blood pressure medication or thyroid or diabetes meds, they have those too. Stuff that you take every day. So you should all that stuff, bacterial, all the stuff that you need. Check it out. allfamilypharmacy.com/chicks. Order today. Use promo code chicks10. Get 10% off your order and get what you need before the holiday rush starts. Okay. It's just one less thing to worry about during the season. That's allfamilypharmacy.com/chicks. Code chicks10. Do that. Yes.
I am not impressed with Pam Bondi at all. you
Yeah,
guys.
she's been
I'm
kind
not
of
impressed.
She's been a disappointment.
And it's just, I mean, from the word go, when it came to the Epstein files, you all remember the binder debacle. I mean, that was bad enough, but she's so bad at this particular issue. And so she was asked about it in a presser yesterday about, now that the House and Senate passed this bill to release all the files, why haven't they been released? Because she has been promising transparency on Epstein since the very beginning and has been a massive disappointment. And the way that she answers this question about what new information are we going to see? What new information even is there? Since you've already said you've released everything, what is there even to disclose at this point? And you guys, I don't see how you can say, well, there's just new information and we're going to continue with our maximum transparency. In what reality has there been maximum transparency from Pam Bondi? I ask you.
No, you're 100% correct. She's not been transparent. And
this was
just been bungled from the very beginning.
And bungled is a great way to describe her answer at this presser. Get ready.
Madam Attorney General, the DOJ statement earlier this year saying that the files would not release mentioned the fact that the review of the documents and the evidence did not suggest that any additional investigation of third parties was warranted. What changed since then that you launched this investigation?
Information that has come for information. There's information new information, additional information, and again, we will continue to follow the law, to investigate any leads. If there are any victims, we encourage all victims to come forward, and we will continue to provide maximum transparency under the law.
Oh my God. I just,
that was awful.
Cash Patel's in the back going, I just, this hurt.
He just stared straight ahead that entire time.
Don't do anything. Just don't. Oh my God.
That was not
It's
good.
just bad. It's like if she's that intelligence. She needs a class on comms. You know what I mean? Somebody, maybe that's what it is. Maybe she is. Listen, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt because she did good work before this in order to get put into the position to get to this place, right? She had to do something right. So maybe maybe I'm missing something. I don't know.
I don't know. And she may have done great work in this role behind the scenes on other things that we just don't really know about. But on this
is just
big
been
yikes.
Screwed up from the very beginning. And then when she gets in front of a camera, it's like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
It's bad, you guys. It's not
but
good.
not everybody's good at that. Not everybody is good at comms. And so maybe somebody needs to speak for her.
I'm glad we understand now what new information there is. It was new. It was information, you guys.
It was
new information, additional information. So it was information.
You guys, there's information. So I don't know. I'm trying to give her a little bit of grace. I'm trying, but it's becoming very difficult.
Yeah. It is. You guys, Jasmine Crockett is a complete imbecile.
She gets no grace. She gets no grace at all. None.
Zero grace. So she was on the House floor, bitching about the Epstein files. This was, I guess, ahead of the House vote or maybe right after it. And she tried to pin Jeffrey Epstein giving donations to a whole big bunch of Republicans and ended up having to absolutely eat crow as a result. We'll give you that story, but here's what she said on the House floor.
Folks who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio. I just want to be clear. If this is the standard that we're going to make, just know we're going to expose it all. And just know that the FEC filings, they are available for everybody to review.
And they were reviewed, as a matter of fact. So Jonathan Turley tweeting, Jasmine Crockett actually attacked EPA head Lee Zeldin for receiving money from Jeffrey Epstein. The problem was it was a different Jeffrey Epstein, a New York doctor. And Zeldin responded, yes, Crockett, a physician named Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, who is a totally different person than the other Jeffrey Epstein, donated to a prior campaign of mine. No freaking relation, you genius.
Oh my God. I mean, just so
It's beautiful.
stupid. So how many Jasmine Crockett staffers does it take to screw in a light bulb, you guys? I mean, that's where we're at. Just like, listen, these House representatives, they get, I think it's up to 18 staffers full-time. And then four part-time staffers. Okay. That's who was working behind the scenes to do this shit. So think about it. 22 people couldn't catch this. We're paying those people, you guys. We're paying them and they get benefits. That's what we're paying these people. Yeah. 22 people are that stupid and they're getting benefits. I want y'all to just let that sit with it.
Marinate on that.
Marinate in that for a second, that we're paying all those people, including her gigantic salary. We're paying all those people to not know this, to not be able to Google that.
Or they Googled it and thought there can only be one Jeffrey Epstein in the entire world.
That's the thing. These people are utter dumbasses. And this is the government. This is what we're paying for. This 18 plus 4 plus her. Congratulations.
And it gets better because when she tried to, when Caitlin, again from CNN, gave her an opportunity to correct the record, it's almost like it shows some amazing talent on Jasmine Crockett's part to be able to give an excuse this ridiculous. Just listen, you won't even believe your ears how she excuses this away. It's incredible.
Do you want to correct the record on the people that
Listen, I never said that it was that Jeffrey Epstein, just so that people understand when you make a donation, your picture is not there. And because they decided to spring this on us in real time, I wanted the Republicans to think about what could potentially happen because I knew that they didn't even try to go through the FEC. So my team, what they did is they Googled, and that is specifically why I said a Jeffrey Epstein. Unlike Republicans, I at least don't go out and just tell lies. Because it was not the same one, that's fine. But when Lee Zeldin had something to say, all he had to say was it was a different Jeffrey Epstein. He admitted that he did receive donations from a Jeffrey Epstein, so at least I wasn't trying to mislead people.
I cannot believe that she's saying that. Like, that's just, oh my God.
Yeah, she's utter trash. Just absolute trash. I cannot believe this woman is running anything, honestly. It's
incredible.
Own up to it. Own up to what you were trying to do.
Right.
And you and your team are so stupid. You screwed up.
I mean, that was a big F up. And the fact that she thinks that's going to fly with anybody. Come on.
We know exactly what you were trying to do. And you effed up because you're stupid.
Big time.
And your team's stupid.
And you know who else thinks she's stupid? Lavern Spicer. Hide your kids.
Hide
your wives. Because you're going to read Lavern's latest, directed at Jasmine Crockett.
Here we go.
Please enjoy.
Girl. Okay, wait. Dear Jasmine Crockett. Girl, you are one stupid asshole. Did you really stand on the House floor accusing Lee Zeldin, Mitt Romney, George Bush, and other Republicans of taking dirty money from Jeffrey Epstein? Bitch, don't you know it's a million men? Don't you know it's a million men named Jeffrey Epstein in America who ain't the dead pedo? You couldn't spend 30 seconds on Google before rushing out to slander Republicans with that tired ass gotcha game. The real Jeffrey Epstein has been dead since 2019, and some of them donations came after he was gone. What he do to channel them from the motherfucking grave, skank. Jasmine, we all know facts ain't never been your strong suit. Racism is. I gotta look at this before I read it just to make sure. That's why your motherfucking ass ain't got no business being anywhere near the House floor unless you being censored on it or mopping it. This ain't the hair and nails group chat, bitch. This is the United States Congress. Act like it. My favorite is act. Act like it.
Oh my God, I love her.
I can't. I do. I love her too. I totally love her.
It's just the greatest beat down.
It is. Every day. We're going to be reading some Lavern text, y'all.
I mean, no one really says it like Lavern.
No.
You know?
And being able to read that. Listen, I didn't say it. So
no,
if my
you were
family
being asked to read
right.
it.
If people are coming at me saying, listen, you can't say those words, Daisy. I didn't say them. Lavern did. I'm just paying homage to Lavern. Okay.
Next, we got to work on your black scent because if you can do that, that's going to be.
I think I did all right with the
I mean, it was okay, but you could you could amp it up a little. You know what I mean?
I'll work on it. I'll start practicing this weekend, you guys. I'll definitely practice over Thanksgiving break and do a little bit of this, and I'll start.
I think that would be
working
good
on that. Mm-hmm.
Do that when you're not practicing your target practice and safely storing your firearm in a StopBox.
Okay, you guys, listen, StopBox. I've got one. This is one right here. If you keep your firearms in your home, you either lock them away, like they're secure, but they're totally out of reach if you need them in a dangerous situation, or they're left out in the open, and that's not okay, especially if you're like me and you have itty bitties walking around like our grandson. We do not do that in our house. StopBox knew exactly what they were doing with the StopBox Pro. It's just a push button locking system on their box. It's lightweight. It's mechanical, 100%. No keys, no batteries, no failures. And it is a great gift, you guys. Like, we're showing you all the cool gifts for Christmas, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're
hooking everybody up.
Right? We're hooking you up, okay? So it's a great gift for the firearm owner in your life. You can travel with them. They're TSA compliant. They can be checked as baggage, which is great. And they have StopBox has a bunch of other cool products too. They have a vehicle safe and a chamber lock. And not only do they make cool products, but StopBox is an American company that makes everything in their American facilities. They create jobs here in America for Americans, and we love that. So for a limited time only, you can get a crazy deal. Not only do you get 10% off your entire order when you use code THECHICKS10 at StopBoxUSA.com, but they're also giving you a buy one, get one free for their StopBox Pro. That is a big deal. So 10%. Okay. Plus use code THECHICKS10. Yeah. At StopBoxUSA.com. And it's a buy one, get one free. So do it. Why would you not do this?
I know. And I know people had trouble with the code that they changed without letting us know.
Yeah.
And so we did get that sorted out, but pay special attention to the code. THECHICKS10. You need all of it.
Yeah. Get two. Yeah. 2 for 1.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's good stuff, you guys. Good stuff. All right. Karoline Leavitt was interviewed by Miranda Devine. I think we might share some other clips of that interview. It was super interesting and personal. We'll get to some of those clips tomorrow. But today, we do want to play the one where Karoline was asked specifically about the Epstein stuff. And she was so good at just kind of very quickly laying out the Democrat playbook when it comes to stories like Epstein.
But if you look at how this Epstein story sort of evolved over the past week, it's classic Washington hoax.
Yes.
You have Democrats on the Oversight Committee leaking redacted information to their favorite reporter at CNN, who then pops the story with that redacted information and does not reveal that the unredacted version is available. And the unredacted version proves that the so-called victim in this email is a woman who is unfortunately deceased, but prior to her death said on numerous occasions that President Trump never did anything wrong and was always incredibly friendly in her interactions with him. And so it's a purposeful leak to try to manufacture this news cycle to drag the president. And we've seen this play out so many times. It is a classic playbook of the Democrats using their friends in the fake news to spin up a narrative about the president. And so we just don't tolerate it. We don't give in. We just call it out for what it is and we move on.
Yeah. She's so right.
She looked so good in that.
She does. She's just so beautiful.
I know. And just so effective.
You guys, she's not even 30.
It's
humbling. You know, I feel like I haven't done anything with my life when I watch her and I'm just like, oh God. You know?
So, but like, here's the thing about all of this at this point is that whatever more information, new and additional, according to Pam Bondi, is released, no one is going to believe it, I don't think, at this point. It's been so botched from the get-go. Democrats are going to think that things have been removed or aren't shared. Republicans are going to immediately pounce on any names that are revealed to have any kind of connection. And the problem is that because there were no amendments, there were no there was no care taken in either the House or Senate version of this bill to protect people who are simply named but are not actually, there's no evidence or there's no implication of them doing anything wrong. There's going to be people who get named without any due process, right? And people are just going to jump to this person's guilty, that person's guilty. And I'm saying that could happen on our side too. I feel like Republicans will pounce. I think Democrats are going to pounce, and none of it is going to be a value or worth anything at all. That's how I feel about this.
For me,
at this
it was
point.
that we tasked them to do this from the get-go.
Right.
And there was no urgency when he got into office. And the lack of urgency on their part made me not trust them on this issue. So I don't think I'm alone. And listen, they're doing great on everything else. So I'm fine. I'm fine with the way things are going in this administration. I'm not mad. Okay. But this one particular issue, I'm like, why did they not just release it all right when, from the get? I don't get it. Why did they sit on it? Why did they bumble it so hard? Why? So it has been a complete shit show. I don't like it. There should have been more urgency because the American people wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we asked for. And we're getting all the other stuff that we asked for. Why not this?
And I just think the more that comes out, the messier. And
yeah, I agree.
I just think it's going to be it's going to be a big fat mess. And Mike Johnson was super worried because once the House bill passed, he had expected that Senator Thune and other Republicans were going to add amendments, that they were going to protect people from being falsely accused of things without any due process. And so here he was this is before it went to Trump's desk, or maybe it was already on Trump's desk, but hadn't been signed yet. And he was telling a reporter about his concern.
Amendments. I just spoke to the president about that. We'll see what happens.
So do you think he may veto it? You say you spoke to the president?
I'm not saying that.
Is he supportive of it in its current form?
We both have concerns about it, so we'll see.
So he did sign it, which is great. But as Jesse Kelly pointed out, and this is a pro tip for everybody in the social media world, literally everybody in our audience, do be careful when the information comes out and you have an inkling or an inclination to name somebody and accuse them of something because it seems weird. As Jesse pointed out, there are going to be names in those files of people who aren't even accused of doing anything wrong. And those people are going to sue you out of your life savings when you tweet that they are pedophiles. So don't be tempted to just run with a narrative. That's good advice for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I so just be careful with any of the information that's coming out.
Right.
Trump did tweet about this, and it's a long one. Get ready. Make sure your glasses are ready for this double-page tweet. Okay.
Here we go.
Here is what he said. Here's the first part.
Jeffrey Epstein, who was charged by the Trump Justice Department in 2019.
Oh, whoa. I'm sorry. I don't know why that switched so fast.
Not the Democrats, was a lifelong Democrat, donated thousands of dollars to Democrat politicians, and was deeply associated with many well-known Democrat figures, such as Bill Clinton, who traveled on his plane 26 times, Larry Summers, who just resigned from many boards, including Harvard, sleazebag political activist Reid Hoffman, minority leader Hakeem Jeffries, who asked Epstein to donate to his campaign after Epstein was charged, Democrat Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett, and many more. Perhaps the truth about these Democrats and their associations with Jeffrey Epstein will soon be released because I have just signed the bill to release the Epstein files. As everyone knows, I asked Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader John Thune to pass the bill in the House and Senate, respectively. Because of this request, the votes were almost unanimous in favor of passage. At my direction, the Department of Justice has already turned over close to 50,000 pages of documents to Congress. Do not forget, the Biden administration did not turn over a single file or page related to Democrat Epstein, nor did they ever even speak about him. Democrats have used the Epstein issue, which affects them far more than the Republican Party, in order to try and distract from our amazing victories, including the great, big, beautiful tax cut bill, strong borders, no men and women's sports or transgender for everyone, ending DEI, stopping Biden's record-setting inflation, lowering prices, biggest tax and regulation cuts in history, ending 8 wars, rebuilding our military, knocking out Iran's nuclear capability, getting trillions of dollars invested in the USA, creating the hottest country anywhere in the world, and even delivering a huge defeat to the Democrats on the recent shutdown disaster. For years, our great nation has had to endure Russia, 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 Ukraine, 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 impeachment hoax number 1, number 2, and many other Democrat-related created witch hunts and scams, all of which have been so terrible and divisive for our country and have been done to confuse, deflect, and distract from the great job that Republicans and the Trump administration are doing. This latest hoax will backfire on the Democrats, just as all of the rest have. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. I just like to interject that those people that think that this guy is senile, they can suck a bowl, man. They could they are out of they're senile. Mm-hmm. No senile man can write those, and he's doing it. That's him. That's him.
Oh yeah,
on Air Force One tweeting that stuff. For the love of God, how can you?
And that does not sound like a person who is remotely worried about what these files may contain.
No,
it just is not. So
no, he doesn't care. Which, listen, I know I look at that and I'm like, okay, then why didn't you just put him out there in the first place?
Right.
But I do think that there's probably a part of him that's like, I don't care. Just let's just get work done. I think he maybe felt that way. He was, but the rest of us are like, just release him.
Right.
And it's damning to the Democrats, so just do it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. 100%. We do have other headlines to get to. One is the reason for my name today. If you have never heard the name Sheila Cherfulus McCormick, you are not alone. I was yesterday years old when I learned that she is a congressional representative from Florida, and she has just been charged with stealing $5 million in FEMA funds meant for disaster relief, which obviously, as a person in Florida, happens a lot with hurricanes. She does face up to 53 years in federal prison. And she is also alleged to have used a lot of that money to fund her congressional campaign. This is the kind of person that censuring her is worthless.
Right.
Expel her ass.
Jail her.
I mean, right? Like, this is just crazy.
Jail her.
So
it's theft. If I did that
from us,
right? If I did that, I would go to jail. Her ass needs to be in jail. I'm so sick of these people getting to skate. She doesn't get to skate. Lock her up. Make her an example.
And back in February, a reporter. This is like back in February of this year when she was under investigation for this, but hadn't yet been charged. A reporter wanted to do their job and ask her about the charges or like the investigation, and look at how she and her staff managed the questions.
She was back in the district at this event. We tried again.
I also wanted to ask you about the investigation into your families, but this is also part of her congressional duties.
Oh my
Congresswoman, you know, you're under investigation for the congressional ethics for violation of campaign finances.
Wow.
Unbelievable. They think they're above it.
You have to answer to these people.
Yeah, I guess she doesn't think that she has to answer to people.
Attorneys for her family's healthcare company aren't answering the I-Team's questions either. And the Department of Emergency Management says they won't comment on ongoing litigation, leaving taxpayers and her constituents wondering what happened to those millions.
Unbelievable.
Well, they're in her pocket.
I'm so sick of this crap. You know, it's kind of like when they put Martha Stewart in jail for insider trading, but Nancy Pelosi is rich. You guys make it make sense.
It's infuriating.
Yeah.
And so, listen, it's neat when like a Republican like Greg Steube says, tomorrow morning I'll be filing a privilege motion to censure Rep. McCormick and remove her from all committees. This is one of the most egregious abuses of public trust I've ever seen. Stealing $5 million in taxpayer disaster funds from FEMA, of all places, is beyond indefensible. Millions of Floridians have relied on FEMA after devastating hurricanes, and that money was supposed to help real victims. And once House Ethics concludes their investigation or she is formally convicted, rest assured I will move to expel her from Congress.
God,
great.
What a pose beast.
Yeah, let's see that gets done, please, because enough of this corruption. My God.
Yeah, enough of the corruption, but enough of them not being held accountable for said corruption.
Yeah.
I'm just so sick of talking about this stuff and then nothing gets done and these people skate. Meanwhile, regular people who pay their salaries, we go to jail for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable.
I know. It makes me just want to check out and like
Right.
give myself a facial
I know.
and maybe use my BonCharge mask because that is such a good way to relax, you guys.
Look,
This
she's doing it. She's
is
putting it on.
magic.
She's putting
I
it
can't
on,
because
you
I have a
guys.
hat.
Okay. Listen, they're having a holiday sale. Of course. Okay. You can get 25% off. This is the most innovative skincare like ever. We love it. We love our red light mask from BonCharge. Okay. You get brighter, better skin without injecting crap into your face or looking like a possum. Okay. I use mine like, 10 to 20 minutes, a few times a week, probably 3 times a week, 4 times a week. No appointment necessary. It's super lightweight. You can see it contours perfectly to your face. And they have red light toothbrushes too, which is
I
kind of
love
like
mine.
same technology. It pairs the sonic cleaning with the red light. It's fantastic. It's great for gums. Really great.
Mhm.
And when it comes to the mask, like my skin is improved. I feel like my skin's improved dramatically since I've used it. I love it. It's brighter. It's better. I don't get breakouts as much, which is really nice. And it's super relaxing. It's the only time in my life I've ever been able to nap is when I have
Unless
this
you're at
thing
my
on.
house and then you can relax at my house.
That's true. I can relax in your house too. It's fantastic for all skin types. It's rechargeable. It's backed by our one-year warranty. You can travel with it. It's fantastic. So this is what you need to do. Go to boncharge.com/chicks, save 25% off. Your code is automatically applied. 25% off at boncharge.com/chicks. And the sale ends on December 31st. So do it now. Get it done.
Act
before the new
now.
year.
While supplies last.
Yes. Do it now.
Do it. All right. We also need to talk about this real quickly. This clip that when the Crown Prince was still here, there was a meeting. There was like I don't even know what the event was, but there was some sort of a joint event and Trump spoke at it. And there was this moment where he was bitching about Jerome Powell and how much he hates Jerome Powell and he would have
Right.
fired him like a zillion years ago, if not for the voice of reason, Scott Bessent. So Scott was in the audience and Trump started going after him in the most hilarious way. And it was just cute because you can tell that they have, they've got a
thing,
you know what I mean?
a good
Yeah.
relationship, a
Yes.
banter. Yeah.
Yes. And so you can't hear Scott because Trump is the only one at the microphone, but it was so cute. He basically threatened to fire Scott if Scott doesn't get rid of Jerome Powell, who's going to be gone in 3 months anyway. And so that's why this whole thing was so cute. Anyway, please enjoy. Wait, why did it go back?
Rates
Yeah,
are
here we go.
down despite the Fed. Scott, you got to work on this guy. He's got some real mental problems. No, he's something wrong with him.
Oh my
It's just sweet. I'll be honest. I'd love to fire his ass. He should be fired. Guy's grossly incompetent. And he should be sued for spending $4 billion to build a little building. I'm building a ballroom that's going to cost a tiny fraction of that, and it's bigger than the whole thing put together.
I love it.
You got to work on him, Scott. The only thing Scott's blowing it on is the Fed. Because the Fed, the rates are too high, Scott. And if you don't get it fixed fast, I'm going to fire your ass, okay? I can't tell you, Scott, sir, don't fire him. Sir, please don't fire him. He's got 3 months to go. Don't fire him. I want to get him out, Scott. Please. He's the voice of reason. You're very lucky you have him, I'll tell you that.
Oh my God. I love it. I love every bit of
Cutest.
that. It's so great. It's so
I know.
great.
I loved it so much too. And yesterday, Melania and Usha Vance went to Camp Lejeune to speak to service members and their families and visit the daycares and the schools. And they were just so lovely and so precious. And this photo of Melania hugging one of the kids, I mean, isn't this darling?
I know I can't either. That is just darling.
It's so
I just love
precious.
her. I would really like to meet her.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet her and Usha. I'd love to get her on our show,
I know.
I think we could get in there. We could really we could become friends with her. I think we could break her. You know what I mean?
I mean,
We
I
could do
broke
it.
you. I have a history of breaking people
You do.
and
You
forcing
get-
them to become my friend.
Right. Together we could break her, Mark. We could.
And there was this cute moment too where one of the kiddos took Usha's hand and like led her away from other kiddos. This kid wanted all of Usha's attention.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Come here, Mrs. Vance. Come here, Mrs. Vance." It's just so cute. Watch this. It's so, so, so precious.
Oh my gosh. She's like, we're going to be best friends.
She's introducing me to all of them. Oh, yeah. She loves to.
Oh my God, that's so great. That's literally what Mock did that with me. That's literally what happened.
Come here. You're just going to follow me into this friendship.
Okay, I mean, I'm submitting. This is what we're doing now. Okay.
Speaking of friendships, we both need to tell our audience, and particularly the person that sent us those amazing Scott Jennings ornaments.
Yes.
That he loved it. He
Right.
like commented on the post on Instagram.
Right there. Can you see
Oh
that?
yeah, there it is. And
Right
then
there.
he wrote back in a direct message on Twitter. He was just like, "I honestly cannot even believe how amazing that is." He
Right?
loved it.
It's just the greatest.
So just so you know that.
I mean, we have the greatest community ever.
Oh my gosh.
It's
I know.
unmatched.
So great.
Everybody's jealous of us, you guys. Everybody wants to be us. Okay?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, we also need to cover the story that we were super excited about because we are not fans of Dan Crenshaw. It doesn't have the most exciting ending, I will have to say, but it started out really fun.
Right.
And that is when Eric Doherty tweeted that congressional Republicans banned Dan Crenshaw from international travel for 3 months after a quote, alcohol-related episode during a codel in Mexico. This was according to Punchbowl, which that rag is ridiculous anyway, but we were like, ooh, this is kind of juicy, right?
It tracks. It totally tracks. I mean, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. I'm sure if there was video of it, he would have manipulated it.
Yeah. So, this was super exciting just for anybody that thinks he's a piece of crap, and we do. But I just want to, there's video of him presumably in some of his, a part of his office, or maybe it's a staffer's office. I don't know. And I don't know the context for this video. I just know there's a lot of alcohol in it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's drunk in it. I'm not saying anything about anything except for there seems to be a lot of alcohol in this video in which he is DJing or preparing to.
It's good to be around.
What is the DJing thing now? What is up with the
That's
DJing?
a lot of alcohol. Okay? That's a lot.
Why is he DJing now?
I don't know.
That's
This is his
becoming a
new thing.
Like he's DJing. Like maybe.
So he wrote back and he said to Eric, "I know you love clickbait, but I've got some boring facts for you. There's no travel ban. I was scheduled on a codel in early October, actually. Government shutdown canceled all of those, so we didn't go. Must be a pretty loose ban. And the incident is literally described in the story that you didn't bother to read. Me and another member did a toast with Mexican generals, and apparently a staffer got offended. That's the story with the clickbait title to get people to sign up for Punchbowl News, a liberal media outlet that you apparently support and trust." And the sentence in question from that article, which Jan Crenshaw also shared, said, "During an August trip to Mexico, Crenshaw was having drinks with a group of Mexican officials. One official cracked a crude joke that made a woman present uncomfortable, and Crenshaw toasted those remarks."
I mean, I'm not shocked.
So-
I'm not shocked by that at all. Was that an office? Was that like Was he in a congressional
I don't know.
office DJing with a bunch of alcohol in it?
It seemed like it was. It did seem like it was.
If that's the case, that's not okay. I feel like that's pretty inappropriate. Not okay. On the taxpayer dime, you shouldn't be doing that. That's not okay. Does he think he's Tiesto now? Like, what is that? Because again, that would probably track. But in about 5 minutes, he's going to be asking for a raise after all this. Because that also tracks with him.
I just don't. I mean,
do better.
At this
Texas.
point,
do better.
At this point, he should realize how intensely unlikable people find him, and maybe do some self-reflection. You know what I mean?
He won't. Mock,
No, he won't.
There's so many of these people. He won't. He'll double down and he'll manipulate the video or something and try to make us look like we hate vets. Because that's what he did the first. Remember when he did that, you guys?
That's what he did the first time.
People who have been around for a while. That's what he did to us.
Good times.
Yeah,
Good times.
What a jerk.
Okay, so it's been a hot minute since we've talked about Megyn Kelly, and she has been very much into protecting Tucker and not wanting to say anything bad about Tucker. And I know a lot of people are very frustrated with her lack of calling out Nick Fuentes on Tucker, with Tucker in general. She just won't do it. And, nobody can force Megyn to say something that she doesn't want to say. But she is fine with calling out other people who are calling out Tucker. And so she had Emily Jashinsky on her show, and she read a tweet that I thought was just pitch perfect from Dave Rubin. And the way that she read it was kind of disparaging to Dave. And so you'll hear it, and then you'll hear Emily's reaction to it, all of which I utterly disagree with. And I don't even agree with how they're talking about this.
Wait, you utterly disagree with what? You utterly just with her reaction to it? Is that what you utterly disagree with?
I disagree. I disagree with both of them, how they are reacting to Dave's tweet, which I thought was spot on.
Okay.
And I don't think that they're understanding what people who are upset with them are really asking for. They're kind of acting like we're demanding they say specifically, I condemn Tucker, when that's not what, I don't think anybody's asking for that.
Yeah.
We're simply saying, recognize the fact that this is a hot topic issue. Your job has always been to cover hot topic issues. It's weird that you're not covering this, at least to say, I disagree, or here's how I feel about said issue.
Well, it's
nobody's asking you to break up your friendship with Tucker. Nobody is asking for that.
It's kind of like the double standard where, she'll say, I'm not going to say anything about Candace because she's a young mother, but yet she'll go after Megyn from Harry and Megyn, same age.
Yeah.
She's also a young mother, you know what I mean? But
and it's not that she's friends with Candace. She's even said, I don't know her. So there's no rationale that makes sense. But anyway, this was, I thought, mean to Dave Rubin, who I thought was absolutely 100% right. Here is the video.
I hate to disappoint Tucker's critics. Mark my words, J.D. Vance will never condemn him because he's not a dick. He is going to stick by his friend. And I don't think J.D. Vance thinks that Tucker is an anti-Semite or believes any of the things that people are saying about him. And he's not going to say something he doesn't believe. So then we get Dave Rubin responding to J.D. Vance with a post that reads, Mr. VP, I submit this respectfully. You're totally right. Nobody should be judged for their parents' words or actions. But, and I think you know this, the very people relentlessly attacking Jews now have Indians next up on the docket. And that includes your wife, even if she eventually converts to Christianity. So yes, Tucker can interview whoever he wants. His brother can post garbage memes all day. And his son, who may be just fine, can work for the vice president. But I think people are asking you to stand up when you see something evil. While I know you are trying to hold an increasingly fractured coalition together, you were elected to be a leader, not follow the whims of the trolls. And since they eventually will turn on your own family, at some point you might want to get ahead of it. Those are my 2 cents, and I'll continue to defend all the good things you and President Trump are doing.
I agree with them.
Something that this group
100%.
of people never do. What do you make of that one?
Unfortunate. I mean, really unfortunate. This post from Dave was a kind of verging on public virtue signal. And that is the stuff that's going to needlessly tear people apart.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, there's definitely a faction of the conservative right, that's the more neo-Connie fashion, the more pro-Israel faction, that is turning into BLM 2020. I don't understand. I mean, it's very alienating and it's very not conservative. And it's not going to serve anybody well. Not the right, not them. It's a pointless exercise because most conservatives will recoil when faced with the choices of say it my way. Rather than get on board.
No,
that is just not for us.
That's not true.
It's just it's not how we've operated. It's not like in our DNA. So yeah, I agree with you on that wholeheartedly.
No, we're not asking people to say it my way, say it my way. We're just asking people to stand up for what's right. That's all. Just don't be a, dare I say, don't be a, I don't want to say the word, don't be a wussy. Don't be that.
And don't shy away from the topic. No one's asking you to condemn the person or the friendship or anything. Just be honest about what's happening that everybody else is talking about. Like,
Yeah.
don't pretend this is a topic you don't know anything about. You obviously do. And that, I don't understand what's happening. It's bizarre. Dave Rubin wrote back and said, "Hey, Megyn, happy to discuss on your show anytime. Let me know." And I honestly, I hope she has him.
Yeah,
because,
hope they do.
And so here's the craziest part. Tucker, who this centers around him, essentially, she has been so determined to protect him and defend him and, not condemn anything that he has ever said, ever.
Right.
Tucker had on his show this week the son of Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley's son, I think his name is Nalin or something like that, totally disagrees with his mom about Israel, about almost everything. And so Tucker decided, I'm going to have him on and listen to the reason why. And then what I hope is that Megyn listens to the reason why and thinks, how might this apply to me? Here is Tucker about this interview.
The one we're about to do, because the man we're about to talk to is 24 and is the son of Nikki Haley, the former governor of South Carolina, presidential candidate, neocon. And there's really nothing more immoral than using a child against a parent. I've been a consistent and pretty strident opponent of Nikki Haley's views for a long time. And so the idea of interviewing her son, being like, doesn't your mom suck? That's disgusting. And we're never going to do that. And so we had a lot of conversations off camera with him before this interview. And it turns out he really likes his mom a lot. And thinks she was a great mother and she's a great person. And he completely disagrees with some of her views, maybe a lot of her views, while still loving her and remaining grateful to her.
Oh, my God.
And that in itself is just such a remarkable model of what this country should be, the way that we should all be, but increasingly are not.
So you can love the person and still disagree with them and call out their views. That's literally all we've asked for Megyn to do.
You can
and
say
it's
the
like,
things. Yeah.
You can say the things without like, messing up the friendship. Tucker is now giving you permission, essentially. So I don't know. I don't know if that will filter, I don't know if that will get to the people who have been so reluctant to call him out, but I hope it does, because now Tucker is saying it.
Yeah. It's still kind of an odd interview that he's doing.
Yeah, it's super odd because literally there's no other reason to talk to that kid except to be like, look, he disagrees with his mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's obvious to anybody with half a brain cell. It's like, I hate your neocon mom. Let me have you on since you hate her. You hate her policies too.
Right.
It's anyways, it just makes me kind of uncomfortable, but I mean, I won't watch it. I'm not going to watch it.
I'm not.
I have no interest in that. I mean, I just can't, because I guess as a mom, it just it hurts my heart a little.
Yeah. I mean, that
It
would
really
be,
does.
can you imagine Nikki's
No.
like, okay, my kid's going to go and basically rip on everything I think about.
Right.
on
And everything
Tucker.
all the things that because listen, I don't agree with Nikki on everything either, but you raise your kids a certain way. You raise them up, you put them, you're in a household, you say things, you want them to be a certain way. You're in a conservative household, you want them to be a certain way. And you want your kids to be independent and be independent thinkers and critical thinkers and whatnot, but to have them go and do a show at that young of an age with somebody who despises you, that's a tough thing. I can't, as a mom, I can't imagine my baby girl doing that. And you know what? I don't think she would. I don't think that she would. I don't.
It's just so interesting too, how genuinely surprised Tucker was that he does love his mom and thinks she's a great person. He was like,
yeah.
I mean, what?
Of course he loves his mom.
I don't.
Of course he does.
That guy. Just don't even know
right? I mean,
what
just,
he's doing.
This is the thing. What are you doing? What is that? What are you trying to do there?
Another person, aside from Dave Rubin, who has had total moral clarity about all of this, this division right now in the right, is Seth Dillon. And he was on with Aaron Milan talking about this whole thing. And it was perfect. Here's Seth.
I'm an Australian Catholic who didn't even really have a Jewish friend prior to October 7. And I felt no confusion whatsoever when it came to determining the side of good versus the side of evil here. Like, where does this come from? Or is it just that evil of anti-Semitism that I can't fathom?
It's just disgusting and despicable and full of bigotry. And what's really vile to me is not just that there's all this hatred that's found all this fertile ground, and there's the combination, like I said, of the people that are promoting it and the people who are susceptible to it. But you also have the cowards who are refusing to stand up to it and say anything about it, and refusing to push back against it. And so people like me push back against it, and then I'm accused of being divisive. Oh, why are you dividing us? Why aren't you for unity? I'm like, unity with evil? I don't want unity with evil. I don't care if it's on the left or the right. I don't want unity with evil. I think that's morally wrong and politically suicidal.
Perfectly stated. I could not. Sometimes I search for the words, and that I could not have stated it better. It's exactly how I feel. You've got to stand up for what's right. That's what I teach my kids. Don't be a pussy. I'm sorry, you guys. That's the only way I can describe it. You've got to stand up for stuff that is right. You can't just be quiet. ZZXXYY said it. That's how the Holocaust happened.
Exactly.
People were like, well, I mean, other people will handle it. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to say anything. You have to say something. What is wrong with you?
I know. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to not see people that I expected would come out and be really unequivocally against the Nick Fuenteses of the world. They're not saying anything.
It reminds me a lot of COVID, Mock. I learned so much about people and who they really are during COVID. It's the same kind of people that during COVID didn't stand up for stuff, that they just bent over and took it. You know, they were weak. It's like I have always taught my daughter there are two kinds of people in the world. There are oaks and there are willows. What are you? Yeah. What are you going to be? Because you will find out quickly in situations like this, in situations like COVID, what we went through, there are two kinds of people. I mean, I can't imagine being a willow. I just can't. It's no way to live. So, but man, we're seeing a lot of people who I thought were oaks, not oaks.
It's just so frustrating. And this is like, you know, last night, I guess there was like these ridiculous, you know, pro-Hamas idiots were out blocking the entrance and, you know, calling for global intifada in front of a synagogue, like where kids today are supposed to go to daycare and school. And it's just disgusting, like how people have completely forgotten the Holocaust or deny it altogether. You know what I mean? It's either they've forgotten or they don't believe the history, or I mean, you wonder how these things happen, and like now we're living in exactly how it happens. Right. You know what I mean?
And the worst are the people who will hide behind Christ is King. Don't you hide behind that. Don't you dare hide behind that. You know?
So frustrating.
Right.
Oh. Okay. Today's show is going to be a little bit on the short side because we're already to talks, and that is because I'm too tired to keep going. It's been a long, I didn't sleep, you guys. So we're going to get straight to them because they're awfully, awfully cute. And this is, you know, I love the dachshunds, the little hot dog dogs. I love them.
Cute.
They are so cute.
They are.
So a dachshund's owner bought the dachshund a Frisbee, like one of those soft Frisbees, you know, that they can chew on, not the hard ones, but like the soft ones. Mm-hmm. And this is what happened instead of playing with it. Oh my gosh, he thinks it's his new bed, you guys.
Oh my God, he is darling. Are you sure you don't want to get a dachshund? Are you sure?
I mean, I would actually.
Oh my God.
Ron will never let me. He'll never let me.
Why won't he let you?
Because he likes big dogs. And I do too. You know, we agree on big dogs. We don't agree on the dachshunds.
But they're not like a small dog.
I know.
They're like a small dog that seems like a bigger dog. You know, they're like,
right?
Yeah.
I don't know why that small dog and only that small dog is so appealing to me, but it just is.
They're
love
like
them.
on the Starbucks scale. They're like a grande. They're not quite a venti or a Trenta. They're like a grande. You know what I mean? Not a tall, maybe a grande. I think we could talk him into a dachshund.
I would be happy for you to try.
So cute.
Absolutely delighted for you to try. Then are these two dogs. It's a German Shepherd and some other dog. And this German Shepherd is showing so much restraint that it's almost unbelievable, because you can tell all he wants to do is bite the head off of this dog. He's close, but he's not going to do it.
The little dog likes it. He's like, do it again. Do it again. I like it.
It's just incredible, right?
I love them. I love them so much.
He's like, I really want to do it, Mom. Can I eat him? Can I?
Oh my
How about just this
God.
ear? No, I want the whole
He'd
head.
be so tasty, Mom.
And then he's like, just leave me alone.
German Shepherds.
They're so
sweet.
furry and sweet.
God, I love
He's like,
them.
I'm going to bug you over here now.
I just love them so much.
I'm going to eat your whole head. That's what
I mean, Bear is essentially a German Shepherd. I could see him doing that. Totally. And they're like that too. They're like, love me. No, leave me alone now. They're so crazy.
God, I love that so much. All right, now we have to bring you some great stuff from Rockstar, the voiceover king.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Here are a couple of those things.
Can I ask you something? Do you think that throwing a tantrum and yelling at me?
Yeah.
Let me finish the question.
All right.
Okay. Do you think that that's going to make me jump up and get you dinner?
I think I have an ear infection.
Cairo,
I can't hear nothing you saying.
don't pretend like you can't hear me.
That's my ears. They ain't trying to hear all that.
The attitude is through the roof.
Like my blood pressure, because you about to give me a stroke.
Oh my Sir.
What?
You're a brat.
Just one more try. And I know I can. Oh, got it. I got it.
Now what?
I knew I could do this, man. Hey,
Now what?
I'm going to go see if I can show my friends that I got it. I'm going to keep it in my mouth. Can you come open the door for me? Thank you.
I just love them.
I
Big
love
dogs.
them so much too.
I have 3 big dogs. That's that.
I almost forgot that I have a compliment for Candace Owens.
Oh,
So-
we have a compliment today, you guys.
Yes. I thought that this was a brand new video. In fact, Daisy informed me that it is not. It is apparently quite old. And I had no idea when I first saw it floating around Twitter yesterday. I thought, is this real or is this AI? Like, I genuinely had no idea because it's such a out of context clip. But apparently she is making fun of or mocking today's young women singers.
I think it's Sabrina Carpenter. I think that's who she's making fun of in this clip. Which is, listen, she's right. I mean, she's right to do that because a lot of singers these days, they can't sing.
Yeah. I thought she was doing a phenomenal impression of Britney Spears, but it could be Sabrina Carpenter. I couldn't tell you one thing that Sabrina Carpenter sang, so I don't know. But you guys, if this was the kind of content that Candace was bringing on the regular, I would totally tune in.
Right. Well, she used to do
Look
this
at
kind of
how
stuff. Yeah.
Look at how good she is at imitating young female singers.
It's good, right? She should just stop podcasting and become a pop singer.
I mean, that was impressive.
I know. She can do it.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I just had no idea that it was old. So
yeah, it's pretty good.
That's good stuff. Anyway, we do have some thank yous from yesterday. And I know there was somebody that sent Venmo today. First up, we have Laura Teams, who says, it's an Irish and maybe Scottish thing too. I call my grandbaby Cheeks McGee and Giggles McGee. We add the name McGee to like lots and lots of things.
Right, totally.
And so this goes back to that question. Did Trump say quiet piggy, or did he say quiet Peggy, or did he say quiet McGee?
Totally
I
McGee.
maintain it was McGee. Yeah,
It's
I
McGee.
really think it was McGee.
I'm convinced. After seeing it, I'm convinced it's McGee.
Yeah, and then there was somebody that sent us a grok answer saying that there is somebody with, I think his first name was Wyatt, that there was a guy that is part of the press pool named Wyatt McGee
Well, there you
that
have
could have
it.
actually been on that flight. So I just still maintain it was McGee.
Yep.
I
think
just
so
do.
too. I think so too.
Let's see. Is there another one? Colleen W. said, I think that seditious video Dems made to the military intelligence is in response to all the spying accusations surfacing from the last administration. They're trying to get in front of it. See, we all agreed this was bad behavior. I mean, that's a possibility. It's possible. And then today, let's see, I saw one come in. Yes, here it is. Kathy Osterly said, missed Dad Joke Wednesday. I told a joke on a Zoom meeting and nobody laughed. Turns out I'm not even remotely funny. Have a great day.
Oh my
That's
God.
a cute one. I
that
like that.
actually is really cute.
I love that.
That's cute.
Your turn.
Okay, Marcy Peralez. Good morning, Mock and Daisy. Happy Thursday. Hope you have a wonderful day. Much love. Thank you, Marcy.
Thank you, Marcy.
Brian Brumley. Happy birthday, Jackson.
Oh, my boy is 20 today, you guys.
I remember when he was 2 and counting in French. Tell him to stop.
I can't.
Tell him to stop. Happy birthday. So he says, happy birthday, Jackson. Lots of prayers for health and peace and a successful season this spring. Yes. Happy birthday to Jackson. Leah Shalek. I expect Trump wants to intimidate Mum Dummy. Yeah. It's like he's there. It's a power play. That's what it is.
As long as it is. I'm worried that they're going to come out like the best of pals, you know?
No. He knows he's a commie. He doesn't like him. Crystal Grid Art. Only a couple of weeks ago, Jashinsky, an employee of MK, I guess Megyn Kelly, did a podcast with VDH.
Victor David Hansen.
Thank you. Calling out Tucker, and she agreed. Now she totally flipped the script. Well, she's giving her marching orders. I don't know. BTK. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Amen, BTK. That's right. Kelly B loves the music. Groypers are taking the Lord's name in vain. Yeah, they are.
Totally.
They
absolutely are.
Absolute losers. And weak people are falling for it. Lori Weens, have you heard of the new movie Constipation? I haven't been out yet.
It hasn't been out yet? I haven't.
It just says I don't know.
I mean, I get it.
I get it too. I see what you're doing there too. Yes. Okay, you guys, that's it. We're bringing it in. We're bringing it in. My dogs are barking. It's that time. It's already the witching hour. Good Lord, they're freaking out. You guys have a spectacular Thursday. We're on the downhill slope to Friday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.